What is going on, guys? It is Crisis Diamago here, coming at you live and in person. And today, guys, this is week 5 of my NFL prediction series. If you guys are new to my channel, this is something I do every single week on Thursday, where I break down the week's games and I basically give my opinion on who I think is going to win each game and a little bit of a reason why. That being said, guys, let's hop right into it with tonight's game. Minnesota at Green Bay. The Vikings are nothing without Adrian Peterson. That has pretty much been proven, and he's not coming back anytime soon. So you have to almost roll with Green Bay by default on this one. They are playing at Lambeau, so that's going to give Green Bay a little bit of a boost anyway. But without Adrian Peterson, the Vikings are just nothing. Then we have Chicago at Carolina starting off the Sunday games. Chicago is kind of an up and down team along with Carolina. You never really know which one of these teams is going to show up. You never really know which one of these teams is going to perform. But I think Chicago is going to beat Carolina. They just seem to have a whole mess of problems going on right now. So I think Carolina is just going to lose this one because I think Chicago is going to have a little bit of a bounce back game. Then we have Cleveland at Tennessee. Tennessee is just not that great this year, and Cleveland is surprising more and more people. They're not winning a bunch of games, but they're keeping it competitive and they're actually playing pretty well. I think Brian Hoyer is showing off that he can be a decent quarterback, and the whole Johnny Manziel hype is going to pretty much die down. So I'm picking Cleveland to beat Tennessee. Then we have St. Louis at Philadelphia. Philadelphia kind of let me down last week, but it was a toss-up game. It could have gone either way. I'm going to pick Philadelphia to win this one. They're back at home. I think that offense is going to be revamped. I think Chip Kelly has something up his sleeve. And the St. Louis Rams really can't perform that well either. So it's kind of a toss-up of who you want to pick on this one. But the Rams did let up a 21-point lead to the Dallas Cowboys, and if there's anything that Philly is good at, it is scoring points in the second half. So I'm going to pick Philadelphia to win this one. Then we have the Atlanta Falcons at the New York Giants. The Giants are horrible, the Falcons are good. I'm picking the Falcons. I just don't think New York has what it takes to beat Atlanta. Then we have Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa Bay shocked everybody last week when they beat Pittsburgh, but they are going to New Orleans. I think New Orleans has a better outing than they did last week against Dallas. They are at the Superdome, and it's kind of hard to win there, just like it is in Seattle. So I'm going to pick New Orleans to have a bounce-back game. Then we have Houston at Dallas, the Battle of Texas. Houston is kind of meh this year. I mean, they're not really blowing anything up. You know, they're not really jumping off the page or off the screen at anybody. And Dallas is just kind of, yeah. I mean, Dallas does this every year. They give all their fans hope, and to quote Stephen A. Smith, they're an accident waiting to happen. I don't believe that accident happens this week, though. I think they'll handle Houston pretty well because I don't think Houston has what it takes. Then Buffalo at Detroit. I'm hopping off the Buffalo train here. I don't really think Buffalo is going to do that well this week against Detroit. They've had a few good weeks here lately, but I just think Detroit is going to pull out the win. Then we have Baltimore at Indianapolis. Indy's been on a little bit of roll as well here lately, but I do think that Baltimore is going to go in there. It's going to be a tight game. It's not going to be a blowout, but I think Baltimore does enough to go in there to get the win and to basically just keep improving their record. Then we have Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. Pittsburgh lost to Tampa Bay last week. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about Pittsburgh, that was a huge blow to them. A lot of my family members are Steelers fans because they were obviously all dropped on their heads when they were children. But they were so furious last week that they lost to Tampa Bay. People were calling for Mike Tomlin to be fired and everything else. I think people are just upset that they lost to basically a scrub team. And I think the potential for that to happen this week is there. However, I don't think Jacksonville will get the win. I do think Pittsburgh will get the win. I think last week will be kind of like a wake-up call for them, and I think Pittsburgh will beat Jacksonville pretty handily. Then we have Arizona at Denver. Arizona is one of 2 teams left undefeated so far in the season. They are going to Denver, the Mile High City, the whole oxygen thing, the air being thinner up there. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I do think that Arizona will remain undefeated this week. I'm not trusting the Broncos so far. The whole AFC is kind of in a toss-up right now. I don't really know what to expect from any of the teams in the AFC right now, but I do think Arizona will win. Then we have Kansas City at San Francisco. As much as I hate to admit it, the Kansas City Chiefs are a lot better than my Philadelphia Eagles were this year. And I just think they're going to put San Francisco back in their place. San Francisco is not an elite team this year. They have so many problems going on, so I'm just going to pick Kansas City to win that one. Then we have the Jets at the San Diego Chargers. The Chargers are looking pretty good this year, and the Jets are pretty horrible as they've been for the past I don't know how many years. So I'm going to pick the Chargers to win this game. Then we have Cincinnati at New England, the other undefeated team that's left so far in the season, against the New England Patriots, who have been kind of lackluster on the offensive side of the ball here so far this year. Tom Brady just hasn't seemed to get it together. None of his receivers are catching the balls that are thrown to them. They just really can't seem to get anything going, and Cincinnati has a really, really good defense this year. So I'm going to pick Cincinnati to go up to New England and win. I think Cincinnati and Arizona both keep their undefeated streaks alive this week, and I don't know. Hopefully New England can turn it around here soon, because I kind of had them going to the Super Bowl from the AFC, but you never know. The season's still young. It's only week 5. Anything can happen. Then we have the Monday night game, Seattle at the Washington Redskins. This is really a no-brainer, guys. Kirk Cousins, I'm sorry, man, but the Legion of Boom's going to make you cry. I don't know. If you're even brave enough to throw towards Richard Sherman, I'm pretty sure he's going to have at least an interception, probably a few pass breakups. Cam Chancellor and those boys, you can't beat them. I'm sorry. I don't think that the Washington Redskins are going to stand a chance. And that being said, guys, there are 2 teams with a bye this week, Oakland and Miami. 2 teams that are pretty horrible and probably need this bye week to just regroup. But that wraps it up here, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below who you think I got right, who you think I got wrong. And also, don't forget to put some of your predictions down there as well. And as always, guys, Cinch Gaming and G2A.com are going to be down in the description, so check out those links along with all of my social media links, because they're going to be down there as well. Feel free to hit me up and bug me there. I promise I won't mind too much. And that, like I said, wraps it up, guys. So until next time, I'm Crisis Diamago, and I'll see ya when I see ya.